Hello and welcome to Accelerate. I am Matt Stone. This is the podcast where we encourage and inspire CEOs, founders, and visionaries on their big leap journeys. We talk about the stories and strategies that will help you accelerate toward your big leap destination with purpose, humility, an open mind, commitment to growth, and recognition that the way we get there is at least as important as where we end up. And I'm so delighted that you've tuned in today. And it's Monday, September 12th. We are through the weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. I certainly did. Didn't do a whole lot, which made it great. Had intended to go out actually a bit more, but had some serious knee pain. And it was, I don't want to say debilitating, but I thought, gee, I better rest up on that knee, and ended up figuring out that the front of my knee, the tendonitis I was experiencing, I kind of got quiet and I thought, gee, this is not tenable. You can't live like this. And I just kind of put the call out to my brain about it, what to do. And then I recalled a trainer telling me that, work the back of the knee, if the front's hurting, hamstrings and calves and things. And so I went searching for, basically behind my knee. And I found essentially extreme pain along the upper part of my calf. And I started massaging that through. And then I told my wife when she came home, and she has this like massage gun, and she really went to work on it. And man, it was miraculous. I mean, I just 90% better, in a few hours of just working that out. And, it just reminds me that sometimes the solutions are not a frontal attack. I mean, in this case, quite literally, to a problem. It can be coming from behind or, some other direction. And that leads me really to another point that I think is a great way to start off the week. If you're trying to solve a problem, maybe it's, messaging or some kind of, how are you going to communicate something? What are the words, either spoken or written, and they're not coming? The best thing you can do is not to force it. But in my experience, the best thing is to put a call into your brain that says, hey, it's kind of like putting a ticket up. I need help with this. Give me an answer. Put the call up. And what'll happen is that your brain's going to work on it. And I think we all know this. I mean, but it's a good reminder, as many times as you may know this, that is how it works. And you don't know when the answer is going to come. It could come in the shower. It can come while you're sleeping. You wake up and you realize that you've solved the riddle. Sometimes it's an email you're trying to draft to somebody about a sensitive issue, and every draft you've done is just like, no, this isn't quite right. Put it down if you can. Put it down. If you can't, get someone's help right away. But if you can't do that, or if you have time, let it marinate for a couple of days. And it's amazing what the muse will do when you put the call out while you're cooking dinner, while you're exercising, while you're doing some other task. In my case, a lot of the times it's, I'm reading something, and then it's like, oh my goodness, that's a great way to put it. And it inspires me to write something similar, or it just gives me an idea. But you have to put the call out first. And that requires kind of, for me, a sense of surrender to put it down. I don't have to fix it right now. Can I be patient? Can I wait a little bit longer? And then the answer comes. And sometimes it comes in very literal forms, like my knee pain, when I do have some information that I just need to let bubble up to the surface. But I was in quite a bit of anxiety about it, and it wasn't my first thought, even though it was right there. I had to kind of surrender to it for a second and go, okay, what should I do? And do some other things. And then I went, oh yeah, figure out what's going on the backside of your legs. Find where that pain is, solve that, and you might solve the front. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So whatever problems you're facing, the answer may not be obvious to you at the moment, but it may end up being quite obvious to you in a few moments later, or maybe tomorrow. So give it some time. You never know what answers will come. All right. I hope that's inspiring and helpful to you as you start off a new week. I know I'll be carrying it through this week. As always, thank you so much for listening. We are our URL is mattstone.co. That's an even more simplified website. And still, I know I keep saying this, but looking at how to frame the content, how to improve the blog on there. I put a couple of transcripts up, but I'm rethinking that as well. And as I continue to develop this podcast, including the name and the artwork, it's all in flux. And I'm excited about some new things coming. I did work on that a little bit over the weekend, but more news on that later. But in the meantime, also hit me up on Twitter @MattStoneCO, @MattStoneCO, and Instagram, same thing, @MattStoneCO. So have a great, great beginning of your week. And as always, thank you again for listening. Share the podcast, give us a good rating, subscribe if you haven't done it. And we will catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.